When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years, so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
Are you ready? Set? Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket
What you
fuel?
talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's a
fool?
close encounter of what kind?
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. With that, let's get up to Buffalo. Standing by at New Era Field, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
And I'll bet right now it's just one.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after it right out of the gate.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. They'll toss it to Smith.
You ain't going nowhere.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The numbers for Smith last time out, 18 carries, 63 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
From the 44, Haskins got an open man. It's McLeod. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And that's complete to Gates. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Titans, gain of 12. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Smith trying to run for it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down and goal. Haskins. And into the end zone. For a Tennessee touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. And whatever they said appears to have worked. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And that is Allen, still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. From the gun on 3rd down. Lester looking left side. He's got it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Leo!
On first down, Goodwin. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards.
And for an old coot like me, coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Allen now on first down. That's going to be caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. as his guys are in for 6, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
So that drives 7 plays in length. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Finds his target. It's Gates. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. Here's Snell. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if we're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Or maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in. But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
Mike. 19. Mike. Hey, check.
They'll run on first down. It's Goodwin, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Allen. Man open, it's Goodwin. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All right, T, let's check. All right, T. Check 9. Go.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Looking to throw, Haskins. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 9, Allen. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
53, check 53. Tighten up. Pull it together.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
I'm coming. Hey, Echo.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Toss left. This is Smith. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that.
And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield now, Haskins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. It's caught. Smith. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. This one complete to Devin Funchess. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play action. Now it's Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st down, Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Haskins now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Complete. Smith has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A first down carry for Smith, and he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Haskins. That's complete to Smith. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Allen to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Check 53.
To throw is Allen. Works right side into the hands of the Tight end Knox.
Let's go.
And two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
He'll look to throw. Funches has it complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Go. 53 is the mark. You're not ready. You're not ready. 53 is the mark.
Back to throw. It's caught by Funches. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd? And it's caught! It's a touchdown! So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You're talking about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche. Rings true. A single penny separates this one.
Mike 51. Run it. Watch the safety creep.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and a